Welcome to another episode of the Pastor's Motivational Corner. Behind me is a picture of the setting sun. Don't you know that one day, just as you see the sun set today, one day the sun will set on our freedom. Oh, how we long for freedom. Oh, how we love our freedom. People will die for their freedom. Our forefathers fought for the freedom that we enjoy today. In fact, the United Nations rights on the human being guarantees us in Articles 18 and 19 that each human being is entitled to the freedom to worship, the freedom to believe, the freedom to proselytize, the freedom to exercise your faith. But folks, I want to say to you today, freedom is fickle. Events in the recent times have showed us that things can change quickly. The rights and the freedom that we enjoy today can be taken away from us quickly. And I believe that it behooves us to ensure that we do not take the freedom we have today for granted. The things that you think you have a right to do, the places that you think you have a right to go, such can be withheld from you in an instant. One such freedom that you and I have today, which we are not always guaranteed to have in the future, is that of worship. You may not believe it, but the right to worship is a right that was fought hard. The right to believe and to worship the God of your conviction. That's a God-given right, but it's a right that we only have for the present. The scripture tells us in Revelation 13 verse 11 onwards that one day the right that we now have to worship will be removed. And just as we are told now to remain at our homes or else face the punishment by the law, just as we are told now that we must be socially isolated and maintain social distancing, etc., the time will come when you will be forced to worship not based upon your conviction, but based upon what you are told to do. Revelation tells us that there is coming a day when people who refuse to receive the mark of the beast will not be permitted to buy or sell. You are wondering whether or not there will be enough food supplies in the supermarket, toilet paper for you to buy, rice and flour and all those basic amenities. You are wondering about those things, but I've got news for you. The time is coming when if you choose not to worship based upon the dictates of men, you will be denied your basic rights. And folks, as Christians, we know that the one behind the withdrawal or the withholding of our rights is Satan. He wants to deny us the God-given freedom that we have. He wants to debar you from worshiping based upon your God-given conviction. And so today, yes, you are free, but your freedom that you have today, that freedom is based upon the liberty that you have in Christ. The liberty to worship. The Bible says that whom the Son of Man had set free, he is free indeed. It is Jesus who makes you free. It is Jesus who releases you from bondage and sets you apart so that you can worship him. And even though you are threatened and your faith is denied, even though you are threatened and your faith in God is challenged, because of the freedom you experience in Christ, nothing or no one can debar you that freedom that Christ has given to you. And even though one day you will be forced to give up on the God you are serving, even though one day you'll be forced to relinquish your faith in God, because Christ has made you free. Nothing can take away the freedom, the ultimate freedom that God has given to you. I want to challenge you today. Cherish your freedom, but more than that, ensure that your freedom is rooted and embedded in Christ. Make sure that your freedom is planted on Christ, the solid rock, so that even if you are locked down, even though you are chained to circumstances, even though your rights are withheld, because you are free in Christ, no man can chain that which Christ has given liberty to. I want to encourage you today, make sure that no man takes your freedom, but be well assured the freedom that is granted to you by man is fickle. Only true freedom, as it is in Christ, will last.